Merry Christmas. This is my gift to you. A gift of hope and of light and of truth. And may you be blessed by the Most High in all things, in all ways, and may truly peace on earth come in the hearts and the minds of all the peoples, tribes, tongues, and nations. Merry Christmas.
In a world wrapped in shadows where the cold winds blow, a light breaks the silence, igniting the glow. Whispers of hope rise as the stars align, a promise of grace in this heart of mine. This is the spirit of Christmas, shining so bright, a beacon of love in the deep of the night. With every heartbeat we rise and we stand, together in justice, united hand in hand. From the ashes of sorrow, we gather our dreams, transforming our hearts as the glory redeems. The laughter of children, the warmth of their cheer, reminds us of peace as the season draws near. This is the spirit of Christmas. Voices unite in the dance of compassion. We'll banish the night. With every heartbeat we rise and we stand, together in justice, united hand in hand. So let the bells ring out, let the angels soar. In the kingdom of love, we'll open the door. For every lost traveler, for every cold soul, Christmas is calling, it makes us whole. This is the spirit of Christmas, shining so bright, a beacon of love in the deep of the night. With every heartbeat we rise and we stand, together in justice, united hand in hand. In the spirit of Christmas, we find our way home. Through the light of redemption, we're never alone. With courage and grace, let the story unfold. The spirit of Christmas, a treasure untold.
He was born in an obscure village, the child of a peasant woman. He grew up in another obscure village where he worked in a carpenter's shop until he was 30. He never wrote a book. He never held an office. He never went to college. He never visited a big city. He never traveled more than 200 miles from the place where he was born. He did none of these things. None of these things usually associated with greatness. He had no credentials but himself. He was only 33. His friends ran away, one of them denied him, and he was turned over to his enemies. And he went through the mockery of a trial. He was nailed to a cross between two thieves. Yet while dying, his executioners gambled for his clothing, the only property he had on earth. When he was dead, he was laid in a borrowed grave through the pity of a friend. 19 centuries later have come and gone, and today Jesus is the central figure of the human race and the leader of mankind's progress. All the armies that have ever marched, all the navies that have ever sailed, all the parliaments that have ever sat, all the kings that have ever reigned put together have not affected the life of mankind on earth as powerfully as that one solitary life.
So what was it like 2,000 years ago? What were the conditions like? The conditions in which Jesus was born. Well, let's start by talking about the Roman Empire's control over Judea. You see, during the first century, Judea was under the control of the Roman Empire, which exerted political and military dominance over the region. The Romans governed through local leaders, local rulers, such as King Herod the Great, who acted as a client king, a proxy for Rome. While the Romans allowed a degree of religious freedom, their heavy taxation and administrative interference fueled unrest among the Jewish population, typical of bureaucratic empires. The empire maintained control through force, deploying military units to suppress rebellions and ensure stability in a region considered strategic due to its location. Does this sound familiar? How about King Herod's reign? Well, King Herod reigned from 37 to 4 BCE. He is remembered as a complex figure, to say the least. On one hand, he was a masterful builder who initiated grand architectural projects, including the expansion of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, the fortress at Masada, and the port city of Caesarea Maritima. These achievements showcase his ambition to integrate Judea into the grandeur of the Roman world and the larger economic order. However, Herod's rule was also marked by paranoia and brutality. Fearful of threats to his throne, he executed several members of his own family, including his own wife and sons. This paranoia extended to his governance, as he sought to maintain absolute control while placating both Roman authorities and the Jewish religious leaders. Herod's oppressive policies, combined with his personal cruelty, made him deeply unpopular among many of his subjects. Now let's talk about the Jewish yearning for deliverance under this madness. The Jewish people living underneath the Roman oppression and Herod's harsh tyrannical rule longed for deliverance. They clung to the prophetic promise of a Messiah, a divinely appointed leader who would restore the kingdom of Israel, the throne of David, and bring justice and establish peace. This messianic hope was deeply spiritual, but it also was politically charged, as it envisioned liberation from foreign domination. The story of Jesus' birth, set against this backdrop, resonates as a moment of profound humility and hope. Born in a manger under Roman rule, Jesus represented a different kind of deliverance, one rooted first in love, forgiveness, and spiritual transformation from the inside out rather than simply political revolt. Let's connect that to the present day. The historical context of Roman-occupied Judea mirrors many struggles in the modern world today. In fact, today, societies across the globe grapple with oppression, inequality, tyranny, and a yearning for truth and justice. Political and social systems often leave people disillusioned, searching for hope and meaning in the face of corruption, conflict, and human suffering. The story of the Messiah's birth speaks to this universal yearning. Jesus' message of truth, peace, love, mercy, especially selfless love, sacrificial love, continues to inspire individuals and communities to seek transformational change. It challenges us to confront systems of injustice and oppression and work towards a world that reflects the ideals of truth and love, justice and mercy from humble and contrite hearts. Let's further connect it to the present day. You see, the challenges of Herod's era resonate with the struggles of our own times in a world marked by confusion, fear, corruption, and the distortion of truth. The need for clarity and light in the darkness of our times is ever urgent as any time in history preceding us. We live in an age where truth is obscured and trust is eroded. Yet, in such darkness, the promise of Christ's birth shines as a beacon of hope. For it is the truth and love that brings forth authentic justice and mercy emerging from humble and contrite hearts. This truth empowers us to embody courage and grace towards others, while transforming us from the inside out through forgiveness. These virtues, justice, mercy, courage, grace, forgiveness, are not human constructs alone. In fact, their source is from heaven, and they are united in the living Word of God. This is a divine gift offered to all who seek and accept it. The gospel of the kingdom must be recovered in our times, and the truth and hope it brings rekindled among all humanity, along with a renewed relationship with God and one another, in grace, in love, and in truth. This great story inspires us to redeem our times, grounding us in truth and love, justice and mercy, all flowing from hearts made humble and contrite. It is a story in which all of our stories are written, for we are a book of books and a story of stories. We are called to embrace a faith that is both supernatural and super-rational, a faith that transcends the material world, transforms it, and makes sense of it. Now let's talk about the spirit of Christmas. This is the spirit of Christmas. What I've been talking to you about is the spirit of Christmas, a celebration of the light that entered into a dark world, offering truth, grace, and redemption to all. It is the reminder of a kingdom that calls us not only to personal transformation, but also to the restoration of relationships and the pursuit of justice rooted in love. Christmas invites us to live courageously, emboldening the truths of the gospel in a way that inspire, that heal, that bring clarity, and transform, for it transforms each of us from the inside out and the world around us. The Messiah's promise is not just about deliverance from sin, deception, and oppression, but about redemption, the redemption of all things, and fostering a deeper connection to values that uplift humanity as a whole and redeems our times on earth as it is in heaven. As for people, so too for the nations.
In the silence of the night, a star shines bright. Whispers of hope take flight, breaking the darks, hold tight. A child is born, the world's reborn. In every heart, a new flame is sworn. This is the spirit of Christmas, a light that won't fade, a call to rise, to heal, to love, in the choices we made, in the choices we made. With grace as our armor, we stand hand in hand, in the kingdom of justice, united we'll stand. From the ashes of despair we rise in grace. In the warmth of compassion we find our place. Every soul is a story, every tear a song. Together we'll journey where we all belong. This is the spirit of Christmas, a light that won't fade, justice, united we'll stand. Let the echoes of laughter break through the night as we share in the wonder, our spirits take flight. With courage ignited, our hearts intertwined. In this season of giving, our souls brightly shine. This is the spirit of Christmas, a light that won't fade, a call to rise, to heal, to love in the choices we made. With grace as our armor, we stand hand in hand in the kingdom of justice. United we'll stand. So let the bells ring, let the carols be sung, for the spirit of Christmas has only begun. In the